Now, you didn't think we were going to ignore a new squat, did you? You'll note there that we use the word squat, not the word Votan, and that's because this is yet another Necromunda character. The bangers for Necromunda just keep coming. Over and over again. It never ends, it never stops, and I don't want it to, because by and large, whenever they reveal a new character for Necromunda, it looks solid, and this is absolutely no exception. The TLDR is model good. This is the Ironhead Squat Prospector, along with his little teeny tiny Techmite Autoveyors, and frankly, it is fantastic. I mean, look at these two absolute lads. First things first, that Techmite Autoveyor is the cutest robot I've ever seen in my entire life. I want one, I want several, I want to pet them and hug them and hold them close. I want to put them to bed at night in a nice fluffy blanket. I want it. Look at it. It's so good. It's so squat and adorable. The little single eye with the armor plates on either side. It kind of looks like it's got shoulders, but they're actually the legs. Like, I imagine when it walks, it just does little waddling motions. I want it. I want it so much. But I don't want a model of it. I want the actual thing to exist and be my pet. That is what I want. Some might argue that that's an unrealistic wish, but I don't care. Alright, the heart wants what the heart wants, and you cannot blame me for that, okay? Now, moving on from the adorableness of the Techmite Autoveyor, which, by the way, is very difficult to say, and every time you've heard me say it correctly, I've said it incorrectly at least 4 times, but I've cut those bits out, so there. The actual Ironhead Squat Prospector, I think that's right. Yeah, see, knew it, Ironhead Squat Prospector. I can remember the names of things. He also looks pretty damn cool. I do really like the fact that he does have the big old like claw, the big claw on the back there, but because he is a squat, it's smaller. It's like Tech Marines have very similar devices, but theirs are quite a bit longer than that one is, and I'm assuming it's down to the fact that he is short and stunty, and as such, the arm is also short and stunty. The armour looks really cool. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty much the same as the Ironhead Gang that you can get for Necromunda as well. I really like that layered look of you've got like the armour, then you've got the cloak, then you've got more armour. It's just right, you know? The massive power fist looks grand. I also like the power cable that you can see going from the like wrist section of it into the armpit there. That's a nice touch. I like that you can kind of see that power cable running through. You can't be a prospector without a pickaxe, so obviously the pickaxe is grand. It also is pretty damn big. I do like the scale of it compared to the actual squat himself. Looks super mean. Looks like you could really do some damage with that thing, whether you are indeed a piece of ore or whether you're a person. Either's fine. I mean, I say that, I'm making the assumption that he is also capable of splitting skulls as well as like iron deposits or whatever, but I think it's a safe bet, you know? Decent head on this guy as well. Decent sculpted head. I do like that big bionic plate that he's got across half the skull. I like the way it's joined on, the kind of almost like cog pattern going across. And that's a good sized lens. That's a good sized lens. I only say that because I have a few things I need to paint that have got teeny tiny lenses on them, and I don't like painting teeny tiny lenses because it's hard to get them to look good. But something that sort of size, I don't know, that seems like it's a bit easier than what I have to look forward to. I was going to say a little bit of personal bias slipping in there, but then again, that is what the whole channel is. So if you haven't figured that out by now, then I'm sorry to spoil the illusion. Got some nice alternate angles, a nice like full front view there. That is a good looking model. That is a really fun model. I really like that. The pose comes across really nicely in that front view as well. That kind of implacable walk forward. I like that a lot. Also means we get that kind of view of those dials, or what, like dials tubes on the side of the chest. I like that. Plus the built-in light across the shoulder is really fun. I like how almost, I don't know, like unrefined that power fist looks too. Like, you can see there's like things on the back, there's a bit of pipe work going through. The fact that it's open instead of enclosed, like what looks like mechanical parts or whatever, I think that adds a lot of personality to it, actually. Just gives some visual interest to the back of the fist. It's nice. And the little Techmite, oh my god, oh, the front view, it's still just as cute, it's still as good, it doesn't matter where you look at it from, it's just as good. Oh, I want him. His little sensor drill and the little tiny probe, oh my god, it's ridiculous how much I want that. That's silly. Why do I like that so much? I mean, because it's incredible, that's why. Colour me surprised that these look fantastic. I mean, it's another Necromunda character, so of course it's going to look at least decent, right? The Prospector does look good, but really it's the Techmite Autoveyor that has stolen my heart, and I want one immediately. The question is, what do you think of these two lads, especially the tiny lad? I'm assuming everyone will be 100% in for the tiny lad and will take or leave the bigger guy, which, honestly, I totally get. It's fine. I'm right there with you, in fact. I think an army of the small lads would be the perfect choice. Maybe a bit expensive, because you're going to have to get a Prospector with it every single time. If they could do a box of 20, I would be happy with that. I'd take that. If you've got those plans, GW, then, you know, ramp it up. Let's go. Let's see it sooner rather than later. And if you didn't have those plans, you're welcome, because now you have a new Necromunda gang that you can start work on, and it is just nothing but little Techmites. That would sell, and you know it would. Let's go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of those lads in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things. Memberships, Patreon, there's some new exclusive stuff coming tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. There's also an affiliate link for Element Games in the description. Plus, you could like the video and do the subscription thing and all of that other stuff, what you're supposed to do at the end of these things. If you want to, it's entirely up to you. Thank you again. I'll see you next time.